Iran continuing to issue new threats against Israel after the Gaza hospital blast. The Iranian embassy in Syria tweeting that time is up in both Hebrew and Arabic. And a top Iranian commander threatened that Israel will face another shockwave of attacks. President Biden could have said something about the radical regime, but he made no mention of Iran during his speech today in Israel. How could he? Instead, he issued this vague threat.
A message to any state or any other hostile actor thinking about attacking Israel remains the same as it was a week ago. Don't.
Dana, is he referring to Alec Baldwin?
I mean, maybe we'll find out one day why they're so reluctant to actually say the word. Do you remember when...
There's 6 billion reasons.
Do you remember, yeah, exactly. Do you remember during the Obama administration when they would never say radical Islamic terrorism, and then reporters would ask them every day, why won't you call it that? And they just refused to do it, and everybody knew what they were talking about. It's like, we all know that we're talking about Iran. Also, do you remember 3 weeks ago when the traffic in New York was absolutely terrible? Do you know one of the reasons? Because the UN General Assembly was here, and guess who else was here? Well, we had invited the Iranians to come. And what else did we do on that day? We gave them the hostages back. We did the trade, and the $6 billion was unfrozen. And at this point, I'm thinking that they were just probably laughing all the way to the bank because they knew. Somebody there had to have known that this was at least going on, or they are funding it.
Yeah.
And we have been the mugs for it. Plus, they are this close to having a nuclear weapon, and Israel's not going to stand for that, and neither should we.
Yeah, Judge, it's like this White House can't be trusted with Iran, given the fact, didn't they have like a mole in the White House? Or
that guy named Malley?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I mean, they have made so many mistakes. They've undone so many things.
Well, you know, you don't even have to dig that deep, Greg. I mean, look, has anyone pulled back the $6 billion? They're watching it like hawks, though. They're watching it like a hawk. Look, Iran believes that we will continue to appease Hamas. And that's what Biden did. He went over there, said, I got $100 million for the Palestinians, and Israel, make sure Hamas gets it. I mean, make sure the Palestinian gets it and Hamas doesn't interrupt. OK, the bottom line is Iran saying time is up or it's over is basically saying, we've got them cooking. Hezbollah's cooking. We've got the world believing that you bombed a hospital. We've changed the narrative. Everybody forgot you were cutting heads off a baby and burning people alive. And now we're the winners. So it's time to hit.
Yeah. In the green room, Harold, you said, hey, Iran's not so bad. And then you walked away with a brand new Persian rug.
Again, I don't remember all of that. So I would say this. I have a slightly different opinion. If you know that you are the person that everybody wants to name and they don't name you, if you think you're the person everybody wants, and I belittle it so in such a small way, you're the person everyone wants to date and no one asks you out. The Iranians are having to identify themselves as the culprit here. And you know what? The leader of the free world went to Israel, looked right at them in the camera, and then called their names out. And guess who felt little? The Iranians. They had to tweet, or what do you call it, X'd it, to say, we're here. Time is up. We know where you are.
That's an interesting...
And the president of the United States told you on his most recent trip.
Harold.
Well,
Harold
can
spin
Well, that's a way to look at it.
You know what the White House is doing right now? Like, dang, did you see what Harold said? Maybe we should, that should be our spin.
Or our president.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Jesse, why should we listen to Iran? I mean, them threatening Israel, Israel's like, so what? What can you do that hasn't already been done to us?
Well, they do talk tough, but they can use proxies to harass them and from the north and the south. And besides rugs, they have pistachios, one of their best exports.
Yes.
The oil sanctions, Joe Biden took them off because we needed oil prices stabilized after the Ukraine war. And then the $6 billion, the hostage swap. We have ships that go past them. They never, ever respond to all the pot shots the Iranians take. And then we're paying their proxies. We're paying them billions. And they're begging to get back in the nuke deal. So right now, I wouldn't do anything to the Iranians. I would squeeze them. I would slap those missile limitations back on. But if they attack anywhere through Hezbollah or through Hamas, again, you let the Israelis take care of it. You do not strike Iran right now. Unless they kill Americans in Iraq, then you do something. But I wouldn't go gung-ho into Tehran.
They just killed Americans in Israel.
I understand. I'm saying if they launch missiles from their soil into Israel or hits a base with U.S. soldiers in Iraq or anywhere, then you go in. But right now, I think you have them contained.
You have
All right.
Iran, you have Iran contained?
I wouldn't strike Iran unilaterally right now at all. I think that's a very bad idea.
All
I
right.
agree with you there.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.